Hey you! Did a fox ask you to make a John Doe guide? Probably not, but one sure did ask me. My name is Alia. I'm a 32-day player on Forsaken, and a level 300 John Doe main. Today I will be explaining to you all the intricacies of Forsaken's hardest killer. Oh, trick shot! Now before we start, let's first begin to know who we're playing with. John Doe has two passives, being Natural Malevolence and Unstoppable. Natural Malevolence leaves a trail behind you that will damage survivors about a total of 8 HP for 3 seconds. This makes looping John Doe around small areas difficult as it would damage you. Before we discuss his second passive Unstoppable, first let's go through his main abilities. Slash has a windup of 0.4 seconds, leaving it susceptible to being blocked by guest. The hitbox lingers for 0.25 seconds and has a length of 7.5 studs. John Doe's second ability is Corrupt Energy. Corrupt Energy shoots out a flurry of spikes after a short windup. There are 27 spikes that are summoned, and each spike can be aimed with the direction that your character is facing. You can use these spikes to damage survivors as well. A survivor can be hit up to a maximum of 4 spikes, and each spike deals 12 damage to a survivor. If you're to hit a survivor with Corrupt Energy, you'll be given Speed 1 for 7 seconds and the survivor's hit will be highlighted for a short period. The spikes will last for 14 seconds with a cooldown of 14 seconds. His third ability is Digital Footprint. When using the ability, John Doe stomps his foot 3 times and leaves a shadow circle on the floor. Any survivor who was to step in the footprint would be slowed and damaged for 10 seconds while also giving John Doe a speed buff for the same amount of time. In those 10 seconds, John Doe and the survivor will have their aura revealed to each other. John Doe is limited to 3 footsteps and they will last for the entire match. The footprints take 3 seconds to place down and has a 3-second cooldown. His last ability is 404 Error. 404 Error will cause John Doe to be slowed down for a short amount of time and will reveal the locations of all survivors for 6 seconds. This ability has a 20-second cooldown. Now that we have discussed his other abilities, let's discuss what makes John Doe a different killer from the rest. His Unstoppable passive. Unstoppable will shorten all stun durations if he was stunned during the windup of Corrupt Nature and 404 Error. This allows John Doe to be able to parry stuns that are otherwise unavoidable, such as a guest parry. Now that we know what John Doe does, let's talk about his playstyles. John Doe is known for having 2 playstyles, being that of a trapper and a sniper. However, I believe the correct playstyle to use is the hybrid. By combining both trapping and sniping, you're able to efficiently take care of the survivors. In order to be efficient with John Doe, you must also be knowledgeable in map geometry. Instead, I will assist you all by simply showing you my favorite spots to place footprints. Now that we've gone through that, there's not much else left but the little details such as skins. There are skins that are objectively worse compared to others, and I'll be sharing them. Let's start off with skins that give a disadvantage. First is Milestone 3 and Milestone 4. Although they do have a really cool custom kill animation, it is longer than the default kill animation and gives survivors more time to gain distance per kill. Second is the Poach skin and the Sharkmelon skin and the Ancient Megalodon. These skins have brighter footprints that make them easier to spot and make survivors have a higher chance of avoiding them. Next is Gas Harpoon. Not only does it have voice lines where you can give away the ability you are using, it also has bright footprints and spikes that are easy to spot as well as the trail. Lastly is Aberrant. Aberrant has a much taller model, making it easy to spot from afar and over certain walls. Now that we've discussed skins with disadvantages, let's talk about skins with advantages. First is Geometry. Geometry has the darkest traps that are easy to miss on maps such as Ultimate Assassin Battlegrounds and Pirate Bay. Geometry also has custom sound effects when they use 404 Error and activate Unstoppable. These sound effects are much quieter compared to default and could be drowned out easily. Second is Annihilation. Annihilation is pay to win because of their custom visual effects. This is dependent on their graphics level. At the lowest, they'll be smaller size than normal and will not be constantly appearing and will blink in and out, making it take a second for survivors to notice. And lastly, there is Aberrant. Although Aberrant does give a disadvantage, the one advantage that Aberrant has is that it does not have an unstoppable animation, so survivors will not know whether or not you have activated your passive. That's everything about John Doe, but what about the survivors he has to fight? Well, there are 4 specific survivors that are the absolute bane of John Doe players. John Doe struggles against the survivors Noob, 007 and 7, Guest, and Chance. In the latest balance patch, Noob's Slate skin is now able to ignore the damage taken from corruption. Comboing this with Ghost Burger, they'll be able to hide themselves while being able to see where you are, as well as opening parts of the map that have been previously blocked off. 007 and 7's clones are able to do the same thing as Noob's Slate skin, being a sack of meat that's able to soak up all the footprints, only this time they aren't able to see where John Doe is. The last two are what truly drive people away from John Doe. Guess 1337 has an advantage going against John Doe due to his slash having a 0.4 second windup. This allows Guess to react to his slash and hit an easy parry. This is easily remedied by utilizing a 404 error parry or by baiting it out by faking a hit. Lastly, Chance. Good Chance players are demons. They will wait for the moment you use your spikes and will cancel it as soon as you use them. You won't be on a constant lookout for Chance. This can be done by hearing their coin flips or by simply keeping awareness of your surroundings. One of the ways you can deter those pesky gamblers away is by blocking their shots. If you were to put a spike in front of you, it would be able to fully block Chance's gunshot. You can then choose to either impale the Chance or continue to chase after the survivor you were going after. Thank you all for watching this Guide Slop content. This was made because a stupid fox named Leafos asked me to do it. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on more Guide Slop content. Yay! Yippee! Hooray!